Here we have the Sharper Image Power Percussion Deep Tissue Massager. We're going to be unboxing it, taking a look at the actual device as well as what comes inside the box. We recently picked this one up from Costco. It has a retail price of $79.99. Current promotion is $15 off, equaling out to $64.99. Now, we've been looking for one of these for a little while now. I've been debating on getting the Theragun, but just cannot justify that price. The goal here is obviously to see if this could be a more affordable alternative. Taking a look at the back side of the box, you have a lot of information about the different heads. You have some information on what you get inside of the box, and then you have some bullet points saying that it's whispering quiet. There's 6 attachments, 6 speeds, and up to 4.5 hours of battery life on one charge. Okay, let's go ahead and open up the box and see what's actually inside. So it looks like right away we get a carrying case of sorts. It's like a nice suede material. We'll take a look at that later. And then up over that, there is a descriptive image. Looks like it's some information about the actual device, the battery that's inside of it, and some of the technology behind it. Okay, let's take a closer look of what's actually inside of the case. The case itself feels pretty sturdy. It feels like it'll be protected enough if you drop it or throw it around, say in the back of a car. Has a nice handle on it, but let's unzip it and just see what's inside. Okay, right away it looks like there's the device in the middle. But let's take a look at what some of these cards are up top. Here's a card saying to not return it to the store if there's an issue, but contact them directly. Then there's basically the manual with instructions on how to operate the device, but I really like this side. So this is where it talks about the heads and the attachments, and it breaks it down by the muscle groups that they're good for, as well as the impact intensity. Feel free to pause at any time to see more information on any of the heads and attachments, but I found it to be very informative and it helped me out a lot to understand what head should be used for what part. Moving on, let's take a look at everything else in the box. Of course, you have your charger, and I want to take a closer look at the actual attachments so you can see what they look like close up. You have 2 foam head attachments, and then the rest of the attachments are basically this hard plastic material with the various shapes, and you can see that they have a little bit of an orange accent to them, which I think the previous model did not. And as you can see, it also comes with these replacement rubber seals, I'm guessing for wear and tear or in case, one gets damaged, and I think that's pretty neat to have. Let's pull out the actual device, power it on, and take a look at how it works. I'm a big fan of the actual design of the device. I think Sharper Image knows how to make good tech products with a sleek design, and this is no exception. I really like the orange accent as well as just the rubber finish. Really helps you get a good grip on it, and it feels overall pretty high quality for something that, compared to the Theragun would be considered substandard. The only part of the hardware that I was a little disappointed with is this switch at the bottom. So this is the power switch, and it feels a little finicky. It looks like something that you would find on a device that's under $10. But the rest of the device actually feels and looks really good, has a really sleek design, and the weight feels just as good as well. You can feel most of it in the battery on this big handle. The orange accents on the actual device, I believe, are a big improvement from the last model, which was basically all gray. But let's put on an attachment and see how it looks with this ball head. I did not know exactly how to put it on right away, but I figured you just push it in there. and I noticed a snug fit, so that seemed like everything was good to go. So once you power it on, you see this white halo on the bottom of the handle, which looks really good. And then on the screen, you'll be able to see a number that indicates the battery life percentage that's left. Once you hit the orange dot, you can scroll through the different intensity levels, starting from 0 to 6. But if I turn it on here, you can see just how it works. If you've used any sort of massage gun in the past, you already know how they work, but the difference comes in obviously the battery life and just the way that it performs in the different muscle groups. A lot of them have a lighter intensity feeling, other ones will make a rattling noise, some are very loud, but this one is decently quiet. I wouldn't say it's extremely quiet, but it's good enough where you won't be disturbing anyone that's around you when you're using it, or if you're watching TV around people. But yeah, once you actually find the intensity level that you want to stick with, the screen will then switch back to the battery percentage so you can see at what level that it's at. So far, just with a little bit of use, it does not look like it dies very fast, so I have no doubts that it can last 4.5 hours, or at least in that 4-hour range. Like I mentioned previously, that a lot of these massagers are very similar, and what you should be actually looking for is just one that has a decent battery life, one that's made with a manufacturer that you can actually contact and get new parts or resolve any issues you might have with it. And then the rest of the value just comes in the accessories, such as the attachments and of course like a carrying case. This is one thing I really like about this one, is it has basically everything you need for just one simple device. I like all the attachments as well as this case. I think this case solves the problem of where to store your massager when you're not actually using it. You can neatly tuck it aside in a shelf, in a drawer, in a closet without it obstructing anything or without it easily getting lost. Overall, I think this is a great device. It's a great alternative massager to some of the more premium devices that I think are just made for more hardcore athletes. But if you're more like us and you just want something to ease a muscle ache, or after just a quick workout you want to recover quicker, this is a great option. It works really well. Again, this is just a first impression. We just bought it. Don't know how it works in the long run, but we're happy that we at least have the ability to contact the manufacturers to get any sort of replacement parts or anything else. But again, this is under $100, so there's not much that you can expect, but they still over deliver in my opinion. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to see more content, and stay tuned for the next video.